when you grew up in India, at least at the times that you and I grew up in, there was a lot of uncertainty, right? I mean, uh, uh, and so, do you think uh, this growing up in a very uncertain environment with uncertain circumstances, etc., help you navigate your professional career much better in terms of embracing ambiguity and resolving uncertainty, etc.? What would you say?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I've gone through some interesting phase in my life where a lot of these challenges, not just in India, even when I first immigrated to US, right? What you had to go through as an early immigrant, right? All these experiences have really shaped as to who you are and what you become and how you really figure out a way to make an impact. I'll tell you some instances. When I was very young, we were living in a rented place,
Right,
and the house we were living in was an older house. And I came from school one day and found out that the roof of the house fell,
right,
and my mom was standing there, and we had no place to go. So, how do you navigate that situation? It's hard to even imagine that if it happens to us here, what do you do? And today we have resources to think of going to a hotel or to going to other places, or there's infrastructure like in US. Okay, there are shelters and there are, we had nothing. I mean, that concept didn't exist. Forget about thinking of hotel. I mean, that whole concept
right.
didn't exist. But somehow we found one of our relative had a empty space, and then they allowed us to stay there, and we ended up staying there for about a year and a half in that place. I mean, the small flat they had, and paying them rent and all that. But that whole experience that this can happen to you, such uncertainty can come that you will have to navigate and figure out how will you even sleep tonight and where will you sleep, right? And having gone through some such experiences has been pretty interesting. So I think some of these early instances, how you take, how you learn from them. My belief is very simple, that everything that happens is an experience, and you need to learn from those experiences, right? That makes you wiser, that makes you, bolder, that makes you experienced to really deal with those situations or similar situations.